Hello and welcome to the beginning of my Warden playthrough here in Hearts of Iron 4, Old World Blues. But before we get a chance to play as Warden, we first need to play as the Hangdogs for about a year and a half before we get a chance to open this box. So, no custom game rules, average Joe, difficulty setting, historical AI focuses on, and let's go. Okay, so the first and most important thing to know about starting off your Warden playthrough is, as I mentioned, for the first about a year and a half, we're going to be playing as Hangdogs. When we wake up the Warden and switch over, everything is going to reset. So you need to be careful about what you do so that you give as little to the Hangdogs as you possibly can. Uh, First, let's have a look at political. We have two national spirits. Scrap Metropolis has mostly bad stuff here. We have minus 30% to our factory output and an extra 30% consumer goods. So that means on top of what our economy law is, it's an extra 30%. So you have almost no civilian factories. There's a small boost to population and military construction speed, but it doesn't actually give you much. Then we have another one limiting scale salvaging. As you can see here, all my military and civilian factories construction speed is minus 55%. So not going to be building anything very quickly. As I mentioned about everything resets, all advisors here will disappear when we swap over to Warden. There are a few policies that will stay, and I'm going to be choosing 4 of them if possible, if I get enough political power that will stay with me when I change over. But all advisors here are going to disappear, so be careful how you spend your political power. Decision wise, I have turned everything off because I don't want to do anything nice for the Hangdogs. I'm not going to start an intelligence agency. For research, we have 3 slots, and currently we are intermediate in everything except for power armor. Now, my first slot is going to be going for automated warfare, so I can get a nice boost from the start to my robots. Then I'm going to do industry. I'm going to get a boost to my construction. And then with my last one, I'm going to start on Ohm's law for a little bit more research speed. Then that was research. Now for construction. What I have done is I have set up a line of outposts, starting in Dog City, which has my highest infrastructure, then Lakewood and Fort Morgan. This is the areas you will be getting when you change over. Dog City, Lakewood and Fort Morgan. You won't get Northern Denver, and you won't get all of this. You can't change it. That's just the way it is. I do not suggest building even a arms workshops, as the construction cost is just too high. As you can see here, all 12 of my civilian workshops are going for consumer goods. I will be getting up to maybe 4 about halfway through before we swap over, but construction is going to be very, very slow. As for production, have 8 arms workshops. I'm going to be putting all of them onto basic caravan equipment. So again, Hangdogs get nothing. Don't care about the templates. I'm not going to be recruiting anything. You can, if you want, delete all of the units if you want to make this super easy for yourself. I'm going to keep a bit of a challenge. So I'm going to create a unit. Also, I'm doing this so I can unlock traits for my unit leader CRBS, as so he can get a boost because my command power will go. What I am going to do is I'm going to pop them on the border here with Roa City, so they're as far away from Dog City as possible when the civil war, if you want to call it that, kicks off. So that can go away, and then let's get started on the focus tree. We start off with America's Metropolis. We were once delinquents in the streets of Denver, but when the bombs fell, we survived where many did not. We start that, maximum speed, let's go. Let's have a look at Denver, America's metropolis. Before the war, Denver was a great city, one of the grandest in all the United States. Governmental grants related to the Boulder City incident left Colorado filthy rich, able to take investments from Robco to help revolutionize the state into something that would stand the test of time. That it did, but not in the way in those. Sorry. That it did, but not in the way those in pre-war Denver might have thought. The apocalypse left Denver mostly unscathed. The city left as a rotting corpse. Soon scavengers would arrive. So we can either choose they work together, so that the Hangdogs get division attack plus 12 and then an arms workshop in northern Denver, or there was some infighting. Which will give them a defense boost and a civilian workshop. Now, I'm not looking at the workshops, I'm looking at the attack or defense bonus, and I don't want to give them any defensive boost. I'm not going to give them a chance to actually attack my core territory, so I'm going to go for puppies. And then next we have Howling Mad. On our rise, howl the dogs of war. They kept us warm and safe during the nuclear winter. Now we can find out about the claim system. Eventually, the infighting began to grow more fierce as tribes and salvagers fought for every little bit of territory within the city. These claim wars, as they were known, were the battles between various groups for salvage and scrapping rights, in particular parts of Denver's mechanized corps. One tribe, the Hangdogs, made themselves known during this period of strife. So they can either build up a base, which will add 2 infrastructure to Dog City and Colorado and give 1,000 manpower, or you can get an arms workshop and a civilian workshop in Dog City and Colorado Springs respectively, and 250 manpower. Now, this infrastructure is very, very tempting and will help build quite quickly. I am going to go after the arms workshop so that when we change over, I have as many as possible in Dog City because robots are quite expensive to build. So there we go there. Then, Dog Eat Dog. After our ascension to power in Dog City, we had to clean the streets of filthy, mutated mongrels. We raised some very good boys, though. And it is a dog-eat-dog world. Ultimately, the Hangdogs would come out on top in the claim wars. The foreigners and claim jumpers were forced from the city to western Colorado, where, with the city of Denver under their control, slowly Denver would be known under another name, Dog City. It was a dog-eat-dog world after all, and it was well worth it to be on top. So you can either choose to train your dogs, which will give you doggy daycare, which gives you a low dog production cost, or we trained our soldiers, which will give you production cost boost for infantry equipment. It doesn't really matter which one you choose here. I'm just going to go for doggy daycare because I prefer the name. Then, even though it branches off here into 3 trees, still only the center one is available because to unlock the other ones you need to open the box down here where we're going to wake up Warden. So, first of all, we're going to go for leader of the pack. None can doubt that bares his teeth as a leader of the Hangdogs, but he has a dream. Why rest in Dog City when they can use the wealth from scavenging to forge an empire? Who dares to kennel these hounds? And our current leader here bares his teeth is going to get True Alpha, which is going to give more political power gain and 10% more stability and war support. It is going to take 60 days, but it's well worth it. Construction basics is finished, so now I'm going to move on and get some industry planning so I can get my efficiency base and retention up by 5%. Leader of the pack is done, and now we've got a nice boost to stability and war support. Now I'm going to go for fixing up first because I want this extra bit of infrastructure. The next 5 focuses are all going to be improving our military and civilian construction speed by 11% each. First of all, fixing up. Of course, Dog City can prosper if people think of it as a town and not just ruins. Let us promote trade and improve our markets. So, as I mentioned, and we'll only be constructing at minus 44% for each, and I get extra point of infrastructure in Dog City to help get my outposts up and running. Then I have 46 command power. I only need 30. Let me dish out some traits here to my unit lead I'm going to have. I'm going to give him rooted for a little 3 points more max entrenchment and 50% faster entrenchment speed. And then the most important one is robotics expert, which is going to boost my robots by 10% attack and defense. So that's that done. So he's sorted. There we go, Ohm's law's done, and I wish they'd change the color of the Ohm's symbol here so you could actually see it nicely on the black background. But oh well. Next is combat language. Okay, I'll pause the game here because I've got 150 political power and I'm going to choose, or not choose, but change my first policy. I'm going to go up from my economy will go from wasted economy to well equipped because I'll get extra 10% more factories because my consumer goods goes down, and that is quite important. The reason I'm pausing to do this now is to try to take much advantage of that extra 10% as possible to get these outposts built up in time. There we go. Fixing up is done. Now I'm going to go for cleaning up Dog City. We must tighten our rule over the city. All who wish to scavenge are welcome so long as they pay. So another small boost to my military and civilian construction speed, and this time I get an extra 50 political power, which I can use to hopefully change another policy. Combat language is finished, as well as industry planning. So now let's do this properly so my OCD doesn't get messed up. I'm next going to go for tool procurement so I can raise my efficiency cap and growth by 5 and 2% respectively. If you're not sure what this actually is, this is your production efficiency here. So as you can see, I have a cap of 35% and I'm now at 19.29 efficiency within that cap. So this just boosts this nicely, so it makes your factories produce as much as they can better, if that's a nice way of putting it. Then next one, and the reason why I take these center ones here is to get the intel boost. First I'm going to go for decryption. Just actually, it doesn't actually say, but it's plus 0.5 to my decryption so that my enemies don't know what I'm doing. That was nice and quick. Reference manual is done. Now another quick one, secret language, so my encryption of my future enemies will be that little bit more quicker, so I'll know what they're doing. Cleaning up Dog City is finished. Now remains to be seen as next. We should review every shipment out of Dog City. Who can say what treasures we might find? Another boost to my civilian construction and military construction speed, and 70,000 bottle caps, which will become quite nicely because the investment in Dog City is available, and I will take this if I can, just so I can boost up my development in Dog City to earn more money. With my political power, the next policy I'm going to change is, where is it? Here. The undesirables recruitment. No, it's not that one. No, this one. Outsider recruitment. We're currently on outsider volunteers, which is not too bad, but I want to go for no outsiders so I can get an extra 2% boost to my stability and war support, and minus 2% to my resistance target. So take that. Secret language is done already. Time to move on to smoke signals. Tool procurement is finished. I'm going to go back down to the bottom here and do another construction, this time woodworking. Another 10% boost to my construction speed, which is coming along quite nicely actually. And there we go. Automated warfare is finished. Now I'm going to move on to human targeting firmware. Now something nice that automated warfare gave me was minus 50% cell consumption, which is very nice because I'm going to start on 0 energy cells when the war kicks off. This one is human targeting firmware is going to give me plus 5% organization from my CNC robots And my frontline robots, it doesn't matter if it's support or heavy, is going to get a 5% boost to soft and hard attack, as well as another 5 points to organization. This political power I have here, I'm going to hire the Victoria Flyers, a cast manufacturer. I know, or not that I know, I am going to go all robots all the way on this playthrough. Not a single cent will be spent on actually getting normal infantry. But we can imagine the Air Force is going to be made out of drones or something like that. Remains to be seen is finished. I'm next going to go for, let's go for past mistakes. Denver, as the ancients called our home, as a major center of learning, but they poisoned the land and left it that for us to clean up. Perhaps it is time we start, aided by words from the goddess to the west, that would be Diana. So, once again, a fourth boost in military and civilian construction speed, and extra 6 water is going to be available in Lakewood. Then my decision for, I don't have caps to invest in stimulus in Dog City, so I'm going to take that. And then I have actually completed my line of defenses here, so I was deciding either to add one more layer on of outposts. Then I decided, let me just build a little bit of defenses against some possible enemies, especially the Iron Alliance here. So I've decided to go for that route. Past mistakes is done. We are getting closer. Now, future prospects. There are many spots in the city where the elders say we should avoid. Places marked by death or haunted by robots still. But Bears' Teeth knows better. Let us explore them. So, this is the last one. This is going to completely remove the debuff we had to military and civilian factory construction speed when we started off. Trade tariffs go up by 10%, and I get 2 building slots in northern Denver in 60 days. Now, I've had a bit of a stroke of luck here because Maxon has decided to go after Scorpion's Bite first. This is quite nice because it gives me that little bit of extra breathing room to create my faction with my soon-to-be new friend Dookie over here in Robot City. And smoke signals is done. Now I'm going to swap things up a little bit, and this time I'm going to go for encoded signals just to increase my encryption a little bit. And then now encoded signals is done. Now let me get decode signals so I can get a little bit better decryption once again. Woodworking is finished. Let's go back up here and start on my generalized production. Or should I go centralized? No, let me go for generalized production. This will give me a little bit of extra population every time and boost up my factory output by 9%. You can get a bigger factory output boost by going for factory output, by going for specialized, but a little bit of population never hurts in Old World Blues here. Alright, future prospects is done, which means we have completely lost that debuff to our construction. Now it is finally time to open the box. There's a haunted building in the heart of Denver. Although it looks normal from the outside, there's a black box as cold as summer, as dark as day inside. We do not know what it contains, but whatever it is, we know it must be valuable. And this is what we're looking for. The event, the last claim of Dog City, 60 days. Now I have accumulated just over 200 political power, and what I'm going to do with it is go to my officer training and go all the way up to proficient mercenaries. I will be hiring quite a lot of army leaders as I go, and I want this specifically to boost the start level of my new unit leaders, as well as give them a +1 boost to their defense and logistics skill levels. That's why I'm going for that one. I don't think I'll be able to get enough political power to do anything else in the next 60 days, but we'll see. Decode signals is finished. Now to get some more research speed with resistors. And the followers of the apocalypse have arrived, and to be honest, wasn't expecting them this early. Now, because they are, and I quote here, a group of humanitarian pacifists, I am going to reject them. So let's see what decisions we have. Okay, we'll turn that off. We can placate them. No, no. Raid their supplies. Yes. And seize a fort. Yes. Hopefully that can get done in time. 15 days. Ooh, it's cutting it close. Okay, the time has come. We've opened the box. Last claim of Dog City. Denver was a city split into sections, claims. Salvagers always stuck to their claims, keeping to themselves as they looked for valuable bits to sell off to wandering traders. Yet there was one site that nobody dared lay claim to. Deep in the center of the city, housed within the old Denver Police Department headquarters, was a cursed claim. Every time a group has tried to break into the box claim, they all ended up dead for it. Bares his teeth, and like his predecessors knew he needed this last claim if he was going to build his empire of salvage and scrap. The Hangdogs would have their prize, even if they had to destroy Dog City in order to get it. Now, I can have my treasure, we get the technology Warhound platoon. Don't worry, there's a glitch, we get it anyways. Or another anarchist, sound the alarm, and I'm going to change over to Warden. Now, before you click this button, make sure you've selected everything you want to select. This is your last chance. As you're about to see, and go, everything has disappeared. We are now finally Warden, and everything here has reset to basically nothing. So let's take that away, clear all of these, and let's see what we actually start off with as Warden. So unfortunately, I didn't get up to 100. I was 94 political power. I wanted to try hire one of these guys to prove a point. But we have kept well-equipped army, no outsiders, victory flyers, and proficient mercenaries. So we've kept those. If we'd hired any of these others, it wouldn't work. We have a new press law, scientific surveillance, which is pretty damn nice. No loss of political power game like you get from state press. Just straight up -4 to resistance and -20% damage to garrisons. Speaking of that, I am going to put my light robot division as my garrison template. No manpower used. Decision time. Again, everything's reset, so I'm going to turn everything off. Military signing bonus I'll keep on. Form Colorado is definitely staying. I won't do a salvaging program just yet, and turn off, turn off. These are some of the lovely protocols or decisions that Warden gets that really makes the story very interesting. We'll focus on that in coming episodes. Propaganda will turn off, war measures off, and yes, turn everything off. Now, research stays the same, so we're going to leave that be. Construction, whatever was building has been reset. So what I'm going to do is in Denver, where I have the highest infrastructure, I am going to start building 3 arms workshops because they're cheaper, and then fill up the rest with some civilian workshops. So we'll leave it like that. Then production, again, reset, but we have 8 military factories. Lovely. Going to be building the police protectrons and CNC scrap robots. I'm going to put 2 factories on there. We will need a lot of them, and then just as soon as I get in, fill up my police protectrons to get as many as possible. Now, this is a very important step. Here we have the standard light robot division, 12 width. And here we will have the Denver police template, also 12 width, but with CNC. Now you'll notice that this CNC is in the wrong slot. Okay. If you alter this template in any way, apart from the way I'm going to show you, this CNC robot support company here disappears. So before you do anything, that's what I suggest you do. Come here, remove it. Come back here and add it back on in the first slot and save. Now it will no longer disappear. Why it appears there, I don't know. It's a glitch. But even if you change this symbol, it disappears. Okay, so Denver Police, 12 width with CNC. It's lovely. It's beautiful. we're going to keep it. So I'm going to train that. This is now going to go as reserve. Take you away. There we go. Start construction in Dog City. Brilliant. Okay, I hope you took note of that. It's important. You're going to kick yourself if you don't. Let's put reinforcements up and garrisons up. Good. We start with 12 of that template, and we're going to put them all into an army with CRBS as a unit leader. Make a nice group and have Warden as our commanding officer for everybody. And I know I normally change things up, but I'm going to do that later on. You'll see here, North Denver is not ours. Leave it alone. Simply, okay, I like balanced. Put them on the line here. I'm going to give them an offensive line from Steeltown to Crowsland, straight up to Burlington. That's it. Leave it as that. All the Hangdog guys should be here, so we have some time. I do not advise going to this line and waiting for your planning to go up. Immediately set them onto the attack. All right. Okay, so we've covered everything except for our next focuses. Now that we've opened the box, we now have access to the other two branches, or you could carry on down here to all salvages. Because my stability and war support is low, I'm first going to go for Colorado salvage. The bombs didn't destroy Denver, but they wiped it clean of most life. Feral dogs and raiders roam its streets along with haunted robots. We can take the steps to clear the city of threats to meet the rising demand of the wastes. And here's the key. Plus 10% to my base stability. 30 days, start that off. Everything is done. Now, let us kick some Hangdog buttocks. Okay, so we are advancing nicely because they are not there. 3 divisions will always go to this line here. I just want to make sure, take that one. There's a unit there. Hopefully we can cut them off. I don't know if we did. Now, 1 is fine for there. Take this guy, these 2 across, pop them on there so you have 11. That will, excuse me, that will be enough to now help you cover everything else. Don't worry about Thornton here. Nothing will spawn. And that first unit that gets pumped up, we're going to use to take all that away. So the Hangdogs are finally been here. There's a Hidden Valley gone. So the Mojave Territory has won that one. No big surprise. Oh, someone tried to sneak in there. Okay. We're going to have to pull someone back. Let's take care of that business. Don't want to get flanked over there. Going for... Oh, you guys have come again. I'm going to do the exact same thing. So, keep them from our lands. Where's my decisions? And turn off, and let's go 1, 2. Actually, I'll turn you back on. Maybe I can do it another time. Okay. Back to business. Actually, can you guys squeeze in there as well? That's it. Get no supply. Okay, so there are 2, so I'm going to have these guys force down 1 more tower, just get them back so that doesn't happen again. Then they can go back. Okay, we've got Crown Plains. How are we doing here? Oh, Hangdogs are not doing well. I love it. Okay, Colorado Springs is where they are off to. Let's see if we... Okay, I'm going to leave that line. Let them push from the north. As you can see here, we have almost no cells. That's a problem. Human targeting firmware is done. That gave a nice boost to organization. Let's get another boost. Okay, defense +5, breakthrough +5%, maximum speed +15%. Yes, please, and thank you. Let's do this, guys. And I've got 2 awards I can really dish out if I had the political power. That's one thing that does suck, is starting on the back foot. Okay, so Colorado Springs is done. Sorry, salvage. Now, sound the dogs of war. Lanius is coming, and judging by literally every other people he's conquered, he will crucify a fraction of us, enslave some others, and make at least one of us an advisor to his band. Let us prepare to sink our teeth in his neck. Gain base war support plus 10%. Let's go. How are... Okay, Max has still got a while to go there. They have to take... was it Bastion over here to win? You guys, okay, yeah, you guys just take that, hold them there. See, told you these guys were coming. Now, I am going to snake them round, take all this territory there. So they can do that, and then I'll have, okay, let's pop them on here, and then you can join this line here. Because otherwise they would have defaulted to that line there. No, 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 no. I didn't tell you to do that. I told you to take Thornton and then snake around before you join the army. Silly robots. Okay, how are these guys doing here? Okay, they're coming across. He should... Okay, he's not debating too well there, so let's take one of you. There we go. Just help them hold that line there, guys. You come straight on down here into Colorado Springs. Excuse my dogs. Yeah, Colorado Springs taken. That's good. That's a big step towards ending this war. See, nice big step there. Okay, doing very nicely. Let's just try. Oh, I'm tempted to take that, but I don't want to take them off. Oh, follows rejected. Exactly what I wanted to do. Last Hound now is their current one. You go help in the attack there. See, North Denver's taken. Will Last Hound be enough? No, it's not, but Resistor is finished. Now we can move on to vacuum tubes. More research speed. Okay, where's our... Okay, Crow's Land is the next one. Sound the Dogs of War is done. Now, we have gone the robot route. I advise, where is it? There, so I want to go for here. Okay, so first of all, state defense planning. Let me see. Ah, there it is. My creators were kind enough to leave me with tactics and strategies drawn up from pre-war generals and tacticians. Time to put them to use. I'm going to get 3 40 times research bonuses for automated warfare. So that's that. Great. Okay, not pushing nice and solid here. Okay, let's just check how... Building quite nicely. Don't worry about supply. We'll get those back. Those factories will beat those guys up. There's another unit here. And I want you to go there. I want as many units on this long line as I possibly can. So work as needed is done. You wait over there. Now improvise tools. More efficiency cap, more efficiency growth. Okay, all green everywhere. See, with my cell consumption going down, I don't want to send these guys crazy, because if they run out of cells, they can't fight. But I am looking for a gap. If they can take this, yes. Okay, where does this unit go to? Because... Okay, he's walking across. Low organization. Can you get straight? No. Yeah, let's take you that way. I want to try flank him, might get another. You straight into Burlington. That's another one done. How much do we need here? They're on the cusp. 2%. One more victory point should do it. Steel Town or Crows? You carry on going. Pushing down to Steel Town. Let everybody else keep them busy. Is that enough? Yes, it is. Fan-freaking-tastic. Take everything, submit demands, confirm and exit. And there we go. The warden has been woken up. The hangdogs have been dealt with, and in good time, so that I'll still be able to help out Robot City when the time comes. I am going to end this episode here. I really wanted to concentrate on showing how to prep and build up for the war against the Hangdogs, and in the next episode we will actually start playing as Warden and saving the wasteland from humanity. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.